I'm Zachary Parmeter with Golden Eagle Log and Timber Homes. The home that you're about to see is incredible. It is a cabin on a lake with a lot of European influence. Let's check it out. Donna. Wow.
I know, isn't it amazing?
This is unbelievable.
Thank you so much.
What a place.
Good to see you.
This is great. You have done an incredible job here. What a distinctive style. Tell me a little bit about the theme of your home.
Yes, so I grew up here in Wisconsin. My husband is from Sweden. We fell in love in Dubai, and we just wanted kind of a Sweden meets up north feel to the house, just open and light and airy, and to really take advantage of nature and the lake, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's really distinctive. This doesn't look like something you just picked out of a catalog or anything like that. So it's really gorgeous.
Yeah, I would say thank you for that too. And I would say pretty much every little detail we have a hand on. We knew what we wanted, and that's maybe what you will see when we walk in here as well.
Yeah. Let's get started in the kitchen. I'd love to hear what you love the most about it.
Oh, please come in.
I think what most people would probably notice right away is the double islands, and a very unique shaped island, but also just the footprint that this takes up. It clearly is the center of the home. What are some of your favorite things about this kitchen?
Well, I think Thomas has just a real eye for design and lines, and he was real adamant about everything being level for conversations instead of an island. And this was kind of fun because when you're trying to decide on colors, you can actually blend them, which is fun. So I wanted the aloe and he wanted the white. If you're in Scandinavia, Sweden, it's pretty white everywhere. So we added little touches of color, but the counters are great too.
I even see a little bit of that color in your countertop here, pulling that in.
Yep.
And you went 2 different styles of countertops.
Yep.
That really, I think really draws your eye to the big island here.
The leather, we love that.
Yes.
And it's easy to clean, too.
I had a clear picture when we started too, because I had seen the pictures back in time, not like this, but the idea of this. And as you can see too, the height, it's a countertop height all over. So no matter where you are, when you enter the room, you see straight through it. When you are in the living room space, you have a conversation over here. We can have the dining table, and you can always, sit at the bar when someone, and like mostly one of the two of us, are cooking and be engaged in everything. So it's very warm, I would say.
I see you have an induction cooktop here. A lot of the viewers are going to ask about your appliances, your favorite cabinet accessories. Will you walk us through some of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we have this in Sweden, and so we wanted to reproduce it because we love it.
We love this. It's quick. It's easy to work with, and if you love cooking, it's a great tool. Put everything.
He's usually saying that to me. Turn the fan on.
Yeah.
This is great. It really is. I'm surprised how quiet that is.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you've got variable levels of
absolutely.
how much ventilation there is for the downdraft.
But it's also, again, imagine having this big thing hanging on top of here. It wouldn't work, So, we had this opportunity, and I just love the design of it.
And I see you have a bar sink over here. Is the main vision of this that you'd be prepping while visitors are over and you're still outward facing your guests?
Again, between, so we have the prep site here. You can
garbage
take
and
away.
recycling, which is so great. And one of my favorite drawers, your staff at Golden Eagle was really great. I'm like, oh, this is fun, but just a separate place for the knives.
I see the dishwasher right next to the sink always makes a lot of sense. I also noticed your black faucets, and there's a lot of incorporation of black elements throughout the home. I see it in your door pulls, in the faucets.
And it's by design. If it's for things to look the way we want it. This, I would say, is not very common either, but it's solid, it looks good, it's a touch of luxury or whatever you want to put on it.
I love the tile that you did on the backsplash. Now, a lot of people would just pass that by and think it's an ordinary subway tile, but these are very unique shapes, actually. It's a much larger, longer tile. And I think it really complements the scale of your home very well, because this is a large kitchen. We're in a very tall space. I would imagine we must be somewhere around 25, 26 feet.
That would be close, I think, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, and this is just, you know, in Sweden, it's very minimalist. And so you can see we did the crown molding. That's just very simple. And, you know, I was thinking, okay, we got to do this and shelves. And he's like, could we just keep it nice and clean? And now that we've done that, it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I was thinking of adding things. So it turned out just clean and simple. And one of my favorite features is for the pots and pans. So a little messy, but
even roll-out trays on this.
yes,
roll-out
the roll-out
drawers.
trays. Yeah, I
Boy.
definitely would not do without that. So
Well, that is great, because not only is it great for the pots and pans, but even if this were someone's pantry area, you can pull out all those smaller items that would generally be hard to reach.
yep.
So really a lot of flexibility and versatility in the space. I also noticed you have a lot of 2-drawer bases, the double drawers. Those are really great for flexibility too, aren't they?
Yeah.
A lot of great storage options. I also see the microwave base. A lot of people are seeing that happen in their kitchen designs. It's a way to really eliminate it from being at eyesight.
Yep.
It's amazing. Again, it's open up. You put your stuff there, push it in, and easy.
Your lighting fixtures in this home are gorgeous, just gorgeous.
Yeah, that was fun.
Tell us a little bit about that, because what I'm seeing is we've got a bit of glam over there, and
With
this
the branches, so it's got a little bit of it's glam with the up north branches, which
exactly.
is fun.
And this was brilliant to do a little bit of obscurity in this glass, because then it never looks dusty. It always looks clean. It diffuses the light really nicely. It would be tempting for the lights to catch someone's attention and really be distracting, but in this case, with the obscurity in the glass, it really isn't.
Mm-hmm. And we did the under cabinet lighting and everything. We really put a lot of detail in the lighting, because especially at night, it's so beautiful with the dimmers. And a lot of times in the evening, all we'll have is the dimmer lights here and in the cabinets here. And it's just beautiful.
Most people look at this as just purely a dining space, a gathering space. I see a cord over here. Looks like there's a charger.
Each side of the island has it. And we love this seating. We often eat here, and if we have overflow, a lot of the kids will sit here and the adults here. Yeah. And then we had fun just adding more space. Our old house, we had a little cubby, because I was like concerned that there was no cabinetry, and so Golden Eagle helped us add a cabinet in the back of this for our games, so that was kind of fun.
That is great, because
it's hidden. It's hidden. You can't even tell.
Really, all of these are decorative doors.
Right.
The back side of that cabinet.
Yeah.
And this is just great to be able to capture all that extra space.
Yep.
No one would even think that that's
I know.
there.
It's fun.
When it comes to the flow of your kitchen, I think it's brilliant that you can have this as your workspace. All your visitors can easily pass between the 2 islands or be on the outside perimeter. And you've got great task lighting with under cabinet lighting here too. And Thomas, I see you've got another light up there installed.
Yeah. Just so we know that the dishes are clean.
That's great. That's great.
No.
And with the double ovens here,
yeah.
this is pretty neat. You don't see this too often where it's got a side hinge.
No, and I think, you know, like you mentioned before too, if you look at the size of the aisles too, it's so we can, you know, work on both space instead of, you know, trying to zigzag between each other on all the sides around the kitchen. But this is a neat function too. At least we thought so when we, you know, put it in here. Instead of, you know, having the door bending over, you can just open, and now you can work and pull out tray for the oven and everything. It's very, very easy. And of course, you know, since we love cooking, we have 2 of them. So
yeah.
Everything is just first class. I could even feel the weight and the smoothness of that door. Now, what is this, Donna? What do we have going on here?
Well, this is our barn door. We usually keep this closed when we do laundry, but otherwise we keep it open. And this is our pantry, laundry, and mudroom.
This is one of the biggest pantries I've ever walked into. It's even a butler's pantry. You have a sink over there.
Yep.
This is just perfect for hosting.
And the second fridge really comes in handy here.
And that's a freezer too, also, right? Wow. And even just having your washer and dryer built in. A lot of people do the pedestals that come with the washer dryer, but But you went even more custom with the cabinet pedestals. That's not only great for extra storage, but also a lot less bending over.
Yeah. And also you can see it's the same theme again as the kitchen. So this is just like an extension of the kitchen, you know, with the same cabinet color and everything.
This actually is so practical, not having it in the kitchen, just right around the corner. Our workspace with all of our juicers and coffee and hot pots and just something as simple as another garbage and recycling and all the great cabinet features that we have with this. So it's been great.
Yeah, even little design considerations, like the bench drop zone over there.
Yeah, so we added a whole room. We moved into our garage a little bit. We have a lower level garage, lake facing, so that gave us more space. We designed this and actually pulled some barn wood from my brother's farm. And we really love the bottom up shades, which are great, and just a really functional.
Was there any sort of influence with your tile selection?
Yeah, I think it was just very old world European, and we loved how it pulled all the colors together too.
Yeah.
The colors and textures in this home are just unbelievable. As I look through this way, I can see a gorgeous wall with a lot of brick on there, also very dynamic in its appearance. Well, let's head over that direction.
All right.
This is incredible. We've got
kind of an old world brick.
Yeah. Reclaimed, vintage. Yeah.
I love how it tapers up to the ceiling, accented with the hand-hewn timbers up there. A Golden Eagles Timberlake ceiling finish that we see throughout the rest of the home too.
Yeah, we love that.
Yeah.
I've never been in a bathroom with so much volume of space. It's absolutely gorgeous. This
And we
walk-in
were
shower.
nervous about all the elements. We were in the British Virgin Islands sailing and saw this around a tub, and we thought, gosh, can we pull it in with we took the flooring and went diagonal, did the brick, did the tile, and we actually did it in the backsplash too, and it worked.
Everything here, you know, the tub is the focal point, you know, to have that in the middle of everything. Great, you know, can fit 2 people easily in it. And then of course we have this vintage chandelier as well to highlight that. But also another by design feature is this tile that looks like, you know, the whole idea of this is that it's like we knocked out the tile through the whole wall here, and that's where they did a great job to, you know, manifest our idea of that. And then of course with the glass, everything flows, you know, nothing that's interrupt. You know.
I love the large tiles
Yeah.
that you selected for that space. Also, it's just really a great way to break up all the tile that we see here. Those look like they're probably 18 inches to 24 inches by 24 inches.
Yeah, 24,
It is, yeah, it's really very impressive. The whole space feels very light and airy, and I do get a lot of European influence. This is very special.
That's my baby.
Tell me a little bit about this piece.
Oh, just a vintage piece that we fell in love with, and we thought, what the heck? We've got so many things going on. We've got the concrete, we've got the velvet in the chair. I mean, we just felt like it just pulled everything together. If we're gonna go all out with mixing things, we might as well just do it.
Even the vessel sink. This feels just like your tub. Is this real stone?
Yeah, it's a stone, solid. So, and it's matching the sink and the tub too. That was a lot of back and forward to do we put another element of design in here or do we keep it? And we decided to keep the same so it looks, you know, tied together.
I love the use of these concrete tops that you had mentioned, Donna. That's great. Now, we've got a beautiful walk-in closet over there. I can see it in the corner with some great cabinetry. Now, usually this is a false drawer right on the vanity. Is this actually operable?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had them build a cutout. We like drawers.
That's great. You certainly get a lot more functionality in your space being
Yeah.
able to utilize that top drawer.
It's great.
So let's check out, I can already hear a waterfall in the distance. But we're here in the master suite. And just like when I walked into the house the first time, my eyes went directly outside. That's what happens in here. Also getting a really nice breeze. And it's almost a shame to walk past any of this, but let's talk about this door right away. What is going on here?
So all the doors in the house, in fact, the great room has like 8 and they all stack and open.
You must love this.
We love it. We sit out here a lot. It just takes us right to the outdoors. And
you're fortunate, not very long ago, you woke up a little bit before me, and there was 7 eagles sitting in the tree outside here.
Yeah.
Which is just an amazing start of the day.
That is.
Yeah.
It really is. Must be nice to also hear the waterfall all the time.
Yeah.
So we'll get into the outdoor landscaping later on in the video. There's a lot to cover there too.
Yeah.
This folding door is also very special. Really opens up the whole space.
Yep, you can open up part of it or all of it, and it just slides. They all slide over.
The flooring in here looks beautiful. We have a continuation of, this is the same brick that we just saw in the master bathroom. Now I'm starting to pay attention, you guys. I'm seeing drawers.
Yeah.
I'm catching on. It looks great. It really looks great. I'm learning some design tips myself here. Also, standing here and seeing the ceiling vault up with the both beams. And Thomas, see, it's all coming together for me. You mentioned earlier about everything looking structural.
Yeah.
The brick goes all the way up the wall for a reason.
Yeah.
These beams, they would connect then into the other beams on the other side.
Yep.
And it's also, I think you can see now that the same brick, but you pick up other colors in it with the interior here. So that's a big features as well, I would say. And then again, the industrial,
How neat is that?
Yeah.
Pendant lighting that comes down.
Yeah.
I saw this over your stairway also when we came in. So that's a great continuation of that same element.
And you look at the height here, it would be, of course you could have a bed table, regular lamp or whatever, but this is just, it looks good.
Well, let's continue on. I know there's a lot more to see in this beautiful home. Boy, I just don't know which direction to go. It's shiny objects everywhere, things I want to look at. This stair, the pendant lighting, that's beautiful. I just referenced that in the master bathroom, or master bedroom, sorry.
Yeah.
And you can see the brick wall in that corner of the house too, coming together with the brick wall in there.
And the stair, that is gorgeous with the exposed treads, with the metalwork underneath it. And I'm starting to see the clear, is that a glass railing? Is that PVC?
It's glass.
It is
it's
glass.
Solid glass, yeah.
Wow. And I can see it really opens up the space with the loft above. Shall we head upstairs?
Absolutely.
Let's check it out. This is great. The glass railing really opens up this whole space. I think a lot of people would probably have the misconception that this would be tough to keep clean, but it looks perfectly clean to me. And a lot of other homeowners have said that these are actually very easy to keep clean. Is that what you believe too?
I have never thought a single thought about, it looks dirty or anything, because it's, inside, outside, it's not anything worse than anything else. I would say we love it. And, in this case, when you're up here, you're sitting here, you may have your morning coffee or, you're overlooking, the lake and everything. Why would you have anything else interrupting your view? So I don't see there would be another alternative up here.
It's the perfect choice. It opens up the space. It really transforms it to being much more open. Now we've got a lot of bedrooms up here. We've got an office space.
Family suite.
Wow, family suite.
Family suite.
How do you manage to have a suite over there?
It's over the garage.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, let's check that out. Oh, neat.
Something for everyone.
Can you believe it? This is, a guest gets to stay here. And an incredible view.
Rocking chair for the babies.
Oh, beautiful.
A king bed. And the bedrooms up here, we didn't do closets because we know we'll have guests. And so we did the wardrobes instead, and it just gave us more space to work with. So we were able to do a built-in play area for the kids. The kids just gravitate up here. It's so fun.
That is just beautiful. Your built-in even matches your trim. I even think that for the aspect of kids, I see little drawers over there, which is pretty cute, isn't it?
Yeah, and they've got a great view too. So this is just wooded across the street. So they don't want to leave when the families come. And then they have their own bathroom here too. This is one of the changes. We actually built we put a skylight in. Yeah. So we were super happy with that because we hardly ever need to turn the lights on. It's nice.
Yeah, a skylight's a great idea. And this already is a big space, but having natural light makes it even feel bigger. Well, we've got another bedroom right around the corner here.
Again, just a small bedroom. You'll see in the lower level we have a bunk room, and so sometimes there's couples that are here and they don't want to necessarily bunk up, so just very small, no closet, and just private.
And they've got another bathroom up here. It really goes on and on. You seem to have a lot of tile showers and a lot of different tile selections throughout the home.
Yeah, so we have actually the barn door glass in here, and so this serves our office and this bedroom here, which is nice.
Wonderful. This is the timber work up here. That's pretty cool too. And the hand-hewn beam. Clearly, all the study materials, all the books, you're very well read.
For the woodwork, Thomas wanted white, and I wanted this pretty kind of a eggshell robin's egg blue.
That is great.
But you'll see in the brick, there's blue in the brick. So
it really does add a good pop of color and it draws the eye up here.
Yep.
And you've got some beautiful cabinetry. Is this the same blue in here too?
Yep, this is the same blue, and I snuck in a chair while Thomas was in Sweden. But it works out great because we both work from home, but it was nice to have one central area that we can just work in. So, and our cabinets have the printers and all the functional things that we need, so.
When we were in the master's suite, you had mentioned that you had seen 7 eagles outside one morning. I see another eagle right here. It appears to be an award. I've seen other eagles throughout the home. What is the significance? Is this golden eagle related or something else?
So my business is called Spirit Wings, and we also have Spirit Wings Kids charity. We support orphanages in Uganda and Africa, and then we have our own projects in Uganda. Thomas was a professional soccer player, and we do a lot of kids programs there.
Well, I'm sure we'll have many viewers that are very interested in learning about more of this, so we'll put a link below in the description, and that'd be a great resource for those out there to learn about this great charity work.
Great, thanks,
Thank you, appreciate it.
Absolutely. Well, I've really enjoyed the tour thus far on this beautiful home. Really, we're probably only about halfway through, and there's still so much more to see. Now, I'm seeing the same stone. This is what I saw on the exterior of your home when I walked up.
Yeah.
Gorgeous stone. It's a wood-burning fireplace.
Yeah.
Much taller than you usually would see, too.
Yeah.
We wanted a bigger one
To
just
match.
match the ceilings and.
Yeah. It seems to me that the scope of your home is everything is taller. I mean, we walked through an 8-foot tall door to get into your master suite. So we've got really tall pendant lighting, huge windows. It's just really quite a space, so it makes sense to use your fireplace chase to really lengthen and draw up the height of this area too.
And these are the doors I talked about. If we want to, we can pull all these doors open and that screen can go all the way across. So we can just move the furniture and have the entrance here.
I really am wondering right now, how do you pick where to gather in this home? You have so many great places. Because now I'm thinking this is my new favorite room. It's perfect for conversation. The chairs aren't too far apart. There's plenty of seating. It's a very good flex space.
Well, this is probably my favorite room.
Is it the screen porch? Show me the screen porch.
Sit there in the evening, sit here in the mornings, weather permitting. It's 3 seasons, so we will close it off, but we're not here in the winter. So,
wow.
But we've got just the screen that is real clear, so you can't see it.
See through it,
just,
yeah.
It's very simple.
Peaceful.
Sometimes if it's just the 2 of us, we have dinner out here, which is nice. So, and then we can go right outside to our deck.
I even see Golden Eagle Springbrook color up here.
Yeah.
And we're starting to see some of the exterior colors that were used on the outside of the home. I look forward to getting outside and really seeing what you have going on out there. Oh my gosh, what's back here? I didn't realize there would be even more. That is gorgeous.
Yep, so this is my baby, kind of a very old world feel
Sweden,
to it.
Italy.
Yeah.
fun tile. Then we pulled the same tile in the back, and that is the same brick, and we just had them custom cut out there.
Absolutely gorgeous. This vanity, that's I've never seen anything like that. It's one of a kind.
Yep, kind of a farmhouse and cement bowl, and that fixture is so cool.
I was admiring how it's shining up on your ceiling also. That looks really nice. Wow, this is quite a space.
And then we have a wheelchair entrance here for our guest suite.
This is better than most master suites.
And they're off the screen porch here, so they can get some nice fresh air and still have a view of the lake. It's so nice.
That's great.
Yeah, and you can see the Swedish tile in there. Hold it in the backsplash here with the double instead of the single, and then across back here too.
I really like that you brought it up at the base of the floor too, instead of using a base trim, using that tile. It really keeps everything, even behind the door here.
Yeah.
It keeps everything not only pulled together, but also if there's ever any water that gets out from the shower, you never worry about it getting on the drywall.
It's great.
Okay, I don't know what the next surprise is gonna be. It seems like every time I turn the corner, there's something cool.
Downstairs?
So, okay, we'll go downstairs. This is awesome. Just even taking in that view from down here. And really, you continued a lot of the same elements that were upstairs, even down here. It really just feels like a continuation of the space. That is some pretty cool ceiling finish. So you used a corrugated steel, and this originally was designed to actually go the entire length of the room, but you made a design decision to actually change it up. I think that was brilliant.
Yeah.
It really helps separate the space.
It does. We were going to go this way, and I just felt like it was going to look like a bowling alley. So we were able to turn it.
But it also separates the room, because if you look at this room, we have a full movie theater, but we don't have the traditional movie room theater. And then we have the open concept again with the bar and the kitchen and everything. So that's on the other side of this, marked here. And then of course we have the play area here. So it's kind of one big room, but different zones and we can entertain, of course. We have a lot of Packer family coming up here, watching games, yeah.
And then what's right beyond us here?
Second, laundry. We did the same thing with the lower cabinets. We have a freezer back there too.
Everything that you've done in this home is just done so well. A lot of people would think a lower level, you just kind of do things average. This is nicer than most laundry rooms that are out there. It's awesome. And just as nice of a washer and dryer as what you have upstairs too.
Yeah, same. And the whole idea of it is because we have a big bunk room here too, for overflow guests and, staying over. And we think that when they stay here, they can do their own laundry. We don't want to, do all of those things for our guests. So it's just convenient to have the laundry room down
So
here.
if you come and visit, you're doing your own laundry.
Sounds good. I would love to visit here. It'd be like I'd be on vacation. Wow. Yeah, all your tile selections are just awesome in this home. Once again, the curbless entry. I see it continued the same cabinet finish that was in the laundry room area. Wow, it looks really great. Another great thing that I like with what you've done is the walkway is behind all the couches. Nobody ever needs to cross one another when they get up and leave and interfere with the view. I also see that you have built-in speakers.
Yeah.
The surround sound also on the ceilings.
It's theater sound, yeah.
Is that also controllable through your phone too?
Yeah, everything. Yeah.
Wow, amazing. And then this looks like a real wood-burning fireplace. This
Yes.
looks like the kind that could actually put out some heat if you wanted it to.
It does,
It does,
yeah.
Yeah, sealed door unit.
And we use the same stone that, the foundation and upstairs, so it's, looks like it's solid up there.
These chairs are neat. Is that a Swedish influence right there?
Norwegian, actually.
They're Norwegian,
so
yeah.
Scandinavian, yeah. same
Super
area.
comfy.
Wonderful.
Another great place to sit if you're looking for places to sit and see the
Wow.
view.
Great. And we've got the doors that all fold away to open up the entire view, and we've got a big screen that goes through that whole space.
Yeah,
Awesome. Well, Thomas, will you show us how that all gets done?
absolutely.
Awesome. This is perfect for entertaining. It looks like you got a lot of seating out there. I already have a glimpse of the outdoor bar. I can hear the waterfall. I'm curious to see what the beachfront looks like, but it all starts with the food when hosting. Let's talk about this area. It looks like a full-size kitchen again.
Yeah.
Kind of a partial kitchen because there's, we have a lower level fridge, which is great. We have a pizza oven and dishwasher, and we have an ice machine, which is really important at the lake.
A lot of people
talk
talk about
boats. Yep. We actually built the cabinets around the machine. So.
Which was, a huge help from the design team at your place as well. This is a little bit elevated, higher.
Yeah.
But again, everything is cabinet height.
Yeah, this turned out gorgeous. And this top, I can't place. What is this? It's just beautiful.
It's granite.
Granite?
That's a granite,
Yeah.
huh? Well, I have never
So
seen granite
pretty.
quite like
Yeah.
that.
So pretty.
You can really feel the texture of it.
Yeah.
It really seems unique. But this is really one heck of a space. Is there something behind me here?
Yep, the bunk room.
Okay, the bunk room.
When we have overflow, it's great,
Great.
for teenagers and kids and just lots of extra room. So this pulls out into a queen, and so we can sleep a lot of people down here, which is nice. Before, we used to have to pitch tents and people sleeping on the ground, so it's been great for overflow.
You said this pulls out to a queen. How is that possible? It looks like a twin to me.
IKEA.
IKEA.
Yep, this is a fake, these drawers actually work,
Oh, okay.
but then this pulls out.
Oh. Wow.
And another bed goes on top of there.
Huh.
But it goes all the way out, and then it comes out this way as a queen.
That's awesome.
Leave it to the Swedes.
Yeah, exactly. Brilliant.
Functional and looks good too.
Well, this is an awesome space. It really is. So this is probably the most fun room for all the kids because they've got the kitchen right outside. They can easily get out to the beach.
Yep. Do you want to see our favorite rooms?
Yes, what would those be?
Thomas,
Yeah.
this was kind of his baby.
Yeah. Should we start with the gym or with the spa?
How do you choose? Let's start in the gym.
Yeah. So that's into the right here.
This is the same kind of patio door, the one, wow. Boy, this has got to be great to be working out and be able to have all the natural airflow
Yeah.
coming in here. Boy, this is a great space. My initial consideration would be a gym floor. I should do the whole floor as the gym floor. But I love the way this looks. What was your thought process on having a different flooring?
One thing is actually to have a path from the outdoor kitchen into the house without walking on the gym floor. So that's one solution.
Awesome. Well, this is one of the nicest gyms I've ever seen. Very
And
nicely
then
finished
because
off.
we have the big bunk room, we decided we needed more than one toilet, more than one shower. Just a real practical little toilet room here leads into the spa.
Holy smokes.
It's our, relaxing area.
Yeah.
And of course, the sauna from, Scandinavia, Sweden.
Wow. So, okay, you've got lighting in there.
Can get some more there so we can see it.
Thomas, how hot does it get in there?
I would guess here 196, I would say, sorry.
Were you doing Celsius in the beginning?
Yeah, no. Celsius is around 90.
Oh, Celsius is 90.
Yeah.
Wow, that's beautiful in there. That's
Yeah.
gorgeous. Wow. So
We love how open it is, and just this actually is tile that looks like wood, so we had fun with those elements, and just we're looking for just a very simple mirror and light to kind of accent everything, and the wood sink.
wow, 2 drawers.
Yep, drawers again.
I love the wood element that you're bringing that together from the sauna. I even love that you separated the space with a different tile selection on the wall. And then the niches are also accented too.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful. Wow. Well, this is very, very special. You gotta stop surprising me in this house. I can only imagine, now I'm starting to expect that every time I turn the corner, there's gonna be something extra special. This really tops it. This is unbelievable. Very nice. Well, is there anything else to see down here?
Just if people are curious about the garage facing lake garage, it's kind of cool and practical.
I'm not following you yet. Show me. I can't imagine what you might have in store for me.
Well, this comes from having a lake home for a while that it just made so much sense. So excuse the unfinished area, but.
Oh, wow.
And we have a garage entrance.
That goes right up to the garage. So really, this is an extension of your garage.
Yeah.
It's just a short flight of stairs up there.
Yeah.
Well, that is awesome.
Yep. And then our, just very utility lake, all our lake stuff.
Wow. This is a great workshop. And look at all these life jackets. Great for getting the toys out to the lake.
It's a lifesaver, and not having all this stuff cluttered in your garage. And my brother built this workbench for us, so lots of fun.
How fun is it to have an outdoor shower, rinse off from the lake?
Hooks for the towels.
Oh,
This actually turned into a nice little space. Underneath the deck up here is the rain escape, so when it's raining, we can completely be fine under here, and it all drains through the gutters underneath the property to the lake.
This is essentially an extension of your outdoor living space. You'll never get wet out here.
Right.
It's fully covered. But then we've got the great large deck spanning the whole width of the home above us.
And one of our favorite features is the outdoor kitchen.
Well, outdoor kitchens are increasing in popularity. A lot of people don't have much familiarity with an outdoor kitchen. What are some important considerations for someone to think of when designing a space like this?
I would say I think the garbage is great instead of running around and looking for where to throw away things. And of course, if you like smoking, there's other brands. Of course, we like the Green Egg. It serves us very well. And
the gas comes in.
Yeah, we have direct gas to the grill, so a good grill, I would say.
If we're watching the Brewers or the Bucks or the Packers, we're thinking about maybe a TV right there. But a lot of those decisions, can come after you move in and realize what you like and don't like. And we have the LED light. It's hard to see, but at night it's so pretty. We were by the fire the other day, and we just turned on the soft LED lighting and some of the soft landscaping lighting, and it's just so pretty.
You've got a beautiful view on the water here. That's pretty special that there are no homes across the way. We've got the leaves changing color, and really, I think Sweden has finally met the Wisconsin northwoods sitting in these Adirondack chairs. This is wonderful.
I think so.
Boy. And I see a swim spa over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a competitive swimmer, so that's Michael Phelps' swim spa. Swim spa on one side to swim laps, but you're in place, and then the hot tub on the other, and so we can use that year round.
Boy, so we've got a professional soccer player, competitive swimmer. I'm feeling like a bum right now. I better get out of this chair. The dock down there, you've got two docks, I see. Mm-hmm. So that's really nice, the pontoons.
The flow from the gutters comes through this stone area. So we wanted just natural wildflower around it.
Beautiful.
It's 100 feet of pure sand straight down here, from the front of the home all the way down here. So we had to do something,
Some retaining walls.
Yeah.
This probably just looks, it does, it looks gorgeous from the lake. Oh, wonderful. You've got a really nice sandy beach. I mean, it's just as you've been describing up there too. But this is just perfect for kids.
Yeah.
And you kind of have your own little area for kids to float around in.
Great fishing. We've got nice frontage here, and it's super sandy. We love it.
Okay. I hate to get repetitive, but when we were inside the house, I said, how do you find one place to be? Here, I thought I'd love the fireplace, the fire pit. Now I can just see myself down here having a drink, watching the sunset.
Yep.
This is really special. You've got one heck of a place around here, even with the Adirondack chairs that are down here. Boy.
Maybe the hammock.
The hammock. Well, this is a very, very special. Taking a look at the exterior of the home, will you talk to me a little bit about the influence that you had with your color selections?
It was kind of fun when we got in and said we want the red shakes. How you got that together for us,
Yeah.
and then of course with the quarter logs.
It's certainly unique,
Finish,
just
yeah.
like everything else on this home. Even your shingles are very beautiful.
Yeah.
And they actually tie into some colors I see on your stone.
Yeah.
Let's head up there. I want to check that out. Boy, this is beautiful decking. Is this a cedar?
Yep.
Yeah, that looks gorgeous. And the handrail, it's just so smooth.
Yeah, and you can see we built, on when you're inside, the floor is going to the lake, and here it's going across. So it's two distinct, two different areas where.
Yeah. Was the main purpose of this to be able to have a covered space below, or did you intend to host up here as well?
Both.
Yeah. What we have found is we keep this pretty open and find out that the tables are better down there.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm sure a lot of the visitors come over to your home and they want to have a putt off.
Yeah.
Some light competition.
Yeah.
What do you think?
It's always fun.
Go for it.
See how this goes. Oh boy.
Not bad distance.
Too hard.
Awesome. Good job. Well, I'll stick to log and timber
Yeah.
homes.
I will
think you-
continue to improve my putting, but
I think you have a second professional sporting career now. That's impressive. Well, it's great to be out here at the front of the home. I see you've got a beautiful porch swing out there. Tell me about that too. That seems like another fun feature.
Well, we have a little bit bigger front porch and we didn't want any railings, and so we made the step up small enough that we could get away with that. And this, of course, with the kids and grandkids, this is always fun to sit out here. Everyone needs a hanging swing, right?
Yeah,
Porch
you know,
swing.
it's just great. Someone comes, they can easily sit down there, take off their shoes. It really eliminates all that clutter inside the home.
Yeah.
And it really pulls in the right of the front door too. This is beautiful. It looks to me like some sort of a decorative glass. Not quite, is this a rain glass?
Yep.
Or it actually looks a lot like a pattern that I would see on a tree.
Yeah, for privacy too.
Well, Donna and Thomas, it's been so great to be here today. Really just full of surprises. This place was unbelievable. You really did an incredible job. It's an absolutely beautiful home. It's one I'll never forget. So thank you so much.
Thank you. It was really so much fun.
yeah, thank you, Zach. We are really blessed and very grateful, of course, that, we found Golden Eagle, and then, we had the right expertise and the foundation when he started to draw out everything. So, just being happy and to have you guys up here and, spending the day doing this, it's been a pleasure.
Well, thank you. We really feel honored that you worked with us on this project. It's really turned out fantastic. We'd love to know what all of you thought. Please leave your comments below. What were some of your favorite things about this home? And be sure to subscribe. We have many more home tours coming up in the future.